What is going on, my Super Sandwiches? Rhymestyle here, and today we're talking about episode 73, 74 of Dragon Ball Super, the continuation to the Great Saiyaman stuff that we saw last week. And I want to go ahead and say that Toei did it. They went ahead and they made Great Saiyaman actually enjoyable in an episode of Dragon Ball Super, which is kind of weird for me to say. Initially, when this episode title was leaked to me a couple weeks ago, I realized that I wasn't going to be a big fan. And then I double realized that there's 2 episodes to go along with the whole Great Saiyaman stuff. And after watching last week and then definitely watching this episode, I was very satisfied. In fact, it was a very, very enjoyable filler episode, and I would not be opposed if they did more. I don't know why it's weird for me to say that, because Great Saiyaman has been one of my least favorite things to ever happen in Dragon Ball. I was never a big fan. I grew up under Gohan. Gohan was incredible. I mean, from his fights on Planet Namek to fighting Cell, to even come back and kicking Kid Buu's ass, or not Kid Buu's, Super Buu's ass, he was amazing. But then we had Great Saiyaman and the in-between stuff. It's kind of like, we tend to ignore that. But in episode 73, that was very, very enjoyable. And I gotta say, kudos to Toei for making that a lot of fun to watch. In fact, in the comment section below, let me know your thoughts, whether or not you actually enjoyed the episode or not. And also feel free to kind of toss in anything that you thought as you watch this episode. But let's kind of get into the breakdown of everything that happened. So last week we end the episode with Great Saiyaman along with Coco leaving to go to her apartment so they can still practice lines, which we will reveal that in a bit later. But then Jacko shows up and fires a great beam at both her and Great Saiyaman. Turns out he actually mistook Great Saiyaman for Watagash, the big poisonous evil alien thingy. I know it's not poisonous, but he poisons your mind in a way, so it's kind of the same thing. The alien thing, Watagash. And for some reason, he thought that was Watagash and couldn't recognize the fact that that was actually Gohan. And it's funny, once again, we got them calling him lame. It's even funnier how it's like, how can somebody so lame be so popular? I feel like that was kind of Toei's shot at the Dragon Ball fan base, because like they probably personally might think that Gohan is lame. Yet a lot of people, me included, love Gohan's character. Gohan's incredible. I think it's just the fact that we know Gohan's crazy potential, and when you put him in the right situation, like threatening his family or something, we know in the future of Dragon Ball Super, he's going to do something exciting. I still have strong faith that in this upcoming Universal Survival arc, he's going to do something cool for both Pan and Videl. I'm calling it now. I said it several times. I believe, and if nothing happens this time, then that's it. But that's in a future episode. We'll discuss that when the times cross then. For now, it's funny how everybody keeps calling him lame. So, turns out the reason why Coco wanted to practice lines with Great Saiyaman, or I guess Gohan, is because Barry actually tricked her to do it. Well, not tricked her, but he told her. And this gives you kind of a glimpse of what it's like to be in the entertainment business, where it's like, hey, if you don't do this, and basically trick Gohan into going back to your apartment so the paparazzi can take these pictures, I am going to make your life hell. And that's kind of how I was pictured the entertainment business to be in like the movie world and stuff like that. It's like, oh, your single's not selling? Well, here's a scandal to push some sales. So anyways, they're over there in her apartment practicing, and that's when I guess she had a change of heart for some reason, and she realized, you know, Gohan's a great guy. She doesn't want to do this to him. She doesn't want to ruin his family. Meanwhile, Barry over there, again, Barry is a turd. I do not like Barry. I want everybody to comment, pause this video and comment right now in the comment section below. Barry is a turd. He needs to go away, which actually is a perfect setup for his alien, because according to what Jocko says, Watagash takes you over based on your evil, and the more, I guess, evil I have you have in your heart, the more easy it is for him to take over, which sounds like something we saw in the past, Bobbity. So, yeah, so she ends up having a change of heart and then tells him to leave on top of the roof, whereas not to leave on the bottom where they were going to have the paparazzi take those pictures and then have the scandal go loose. But looks like Barry was a step ahead of her and actually assumed she would do that just in case, and then get a picture of her kissing Gohan. So what does this dude do? What does this dude do next? This turd bucket, yes, this turd bucket shows up at Gohan's house and tries to ruin the relationship he has with him and Videl. He tries to be basically the guy that's like, oh, it's fine, it's the entertainment business, this is what happens, and tries to ruin the relationship with Videl. And this is why Videl shows off how great she is. What does she do? She tells him to get out. She basically says, oh, because you were just so offended because I don't want your autograph because you're just so full of yourself. This is what you try to do, and she just basically completely just shits on his life. Excuse my language, but that's what she did. She doo-dooed on his life. Again, he is a turd. Barry is a turd. I want the comments to flood with that phrase down below, so do that. Do that 10 times, in fact. So what happens next is, as Barry's leaving, the alien Watagash sees him, spots him, and what does he do? He takes him over. And this is the part where I was talking about where the episode got really, really good. Now, I have one critique of it, and that is the fact that, well, the fight. We'll get to that in a second. Barry then tackles Gohan through his wall and knocks him out. And this is the kind of thing that had me kind of annoyed. It's like, I know he's taken over by an alien, and supposedly, based on how evil you are, you become very powerful. It boosts you that much. But the fact that he knocked out Gohan is like, come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Can you give Gohan a break for a quick second? Well, he was knocked out. It was just enough time for Barry to steal Pan, fly off, and basically tell him, hey, fight me over there. We're going to do this right now. We're going to settle the score right now because I had the power to do so. And this is where the power episode gets really, really good. We have Great Saiyaman facing off against Barry monster thing. Barry Tagash. Let's call him that. Barry Tagash. Barry is facing off against Gohan, and this is the critique that I had. I wish the fight was a little bit more epic, because all we really saw was just Barry kind of knocking Gohan around left and right. That's all he was doing pretty much the entire fight. And then, of course, Gohan finishes it off by doing the Kamehameha. I kind of wish that they would have actually made it a little bit more epic and had like a back and forth fight. I mean, no, I know it's a filler episode, and this is supposed to be like a one-off, two-episode type of thing. But still, there was a lot of room for the fight to be pretty epic. I mean, we saw Gohan kind of go in there and give him the hands, doing his best. But the fact that it still looked like he was struggling against Barry, it's kind of like, as a Gohan fan, it's like, no, Gohan! This is your chance to just basically do something cool. Also, big shout out to Videl for flying up there and picking up Pan. Again, more cool points for Videl. Let me ask you another question. Who is the coolest girl in all of Dragon Ball? Comment that down below right now. Now, honestly, I predict this is going to be a close battle between Videl and Bulma. Bulma's cool because she just does so much stuff. Bulma obviously is basically the source of Dragon Ball. She never found Goku, there would be no Dragon Ball. And she just does so much cool things, like basically provide for everybody, from, you know, building a Dragon Radar, just being all around supportive all around. And you got Videl, which is kind of like the heart and soul of Gohan right now. And she's just super, super cool and awesome. And just seeing her do cool stuff is always exciting to see. But who, in your opinion, is the best Dragon Ball girl? Comment it down below as well. I want to see you guys duke it out for the best female in the Dragon Ball world. But yeah, nevertheless, we see her pick up Pan, and now she's with him, or with her. And this is where the fight kind of gets close to the ending. We see that Gohan gets knocked out. Coco's all like, oh no, he's dead, yada, 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 yada. And Videl's like, nope, he's not dead. You know why? Because Pan's here, and this is basically, I feel like this is foreshadowing for the future, what's to come. It's like, Pan's here, and Pan cannot see Gohan lose. Pan cannot be there for Gohan to lose a fight. To her, Gohan is invincible, and same thing, it's like with me, I can't cry in front of Pan. So it's like, Pan is like their source of everything they go for right now. And honestly, I feel like this is kind of a foreshadow what's to come in the future, because he has, like, before it was all like, you know, Gohan kind of fell off and just kind of stopped, you know, being the character that we kind of grew up under, and he became more the character he wanted to be. But he became very much, what's the word, he got too comfortable, let's say comfortable. And after the whole Frieza thing happened, of course, you know, Trunks come back and just all kinds of craziness. You can tell that Gohan really wants to, like, you know, get to the point where it's not just relying on Goku and Vegeta. He has to kind of like do more for himself to provide for Videl and Pan. And because of that, I feel like that's a foreshadow of what's to come in the future when this Universal Survival arc happens. That way, when the tournament starts and Gohan gets in there, he's going to be ready to fight. And right when that happens, you know, they both feel out to Gohan, who just got blasted into freaking space damn near. He goes Super Saiyan, or as they call it, Super Great Saiyaman, which basically was his Super Saiyan form. And he charges a Kamehameha and knocks out Barry and kind of saves the day. And then from there, that's the end of the episode. They end up watching the movie because, of course, the freaking movie staff was there and they got it all on camera. Which I want to know, what kind of movie would that have even look like? Because, I mean, that fight was probably in, like, real time. I want to say maybe like 5 to 10 minutes long. But a movie usually is 2 hours long, so I wonder what that movie would actually look like. Just a random question I want to toss out there. But that's it. The episode ends, and then basically end up putting Barry in a situation where it's like, hey, if you try to ruin Gohan's life by basically telling everybody he's the Great Saiyaman, we're going to tell everybody that you are the alien, and therefore that's going to be the end of your career. So that's kind of how it ends. And overall, though, very, very enjoyable episodes, like I said. So in the comment section below, I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think about Great Saiyaman actually doing something cool for once? And I also like the whole theme of the last 2 episodes where it's like, Great Saiyaman is lame, he's lame, he's lame. And all of a sudden at the end, everybody wants to be Great Saiyaman. You see the kids running out in Great Saiyaman outfits out of the movie. You know, everybody, even Goten was all like looking up to Gohan again as the Great Saiyaman. So it's funny how it's like, oh, he's lame, 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 to, oh, he's cool, 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 cool. So it's funny to see that develop over the course of the last 2 episodes. I mean, even I became a fan of Great Saiyaman again. He's pretty cool. I would not mind if they do more episodes in the near future where it's Great Saiyaman doing what he does best, and that's just basically saving people and fighting off evil for justice and stuff like that. I always liked the idea of Great Saiyaman. I just thought the execution was weird just because of all the poses, Great Saiyaman, and all that stuff. I just never was a fan of that. But overall, end of the day, it is Gohan, so technically, there's no reason why we think Great Saiyaman should be lame. I don't really know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, whether or not you like Great Saiyaman or hate him, and kind of like what you're saying with that. But overall, though, like I said, it was a very, very enjoyable episode. The only critique, like I said, is I would have wished that the fight between Great Saiyaman and Barry would have been more epic and kind of back and forth, as opposed to just Barry beating down Gohan. I think the only reason why I didn't like that is because we just watched Gohan get tossed around by this alien dude the entire time, and then he wins at the end. I want to see it go back and forth. I want to see Gohan take an L, not an L. Wow, took so many L's that I almost said L by accident. I want to see Gohan not get an L and just be a winner for once, and I'm hoping that's what they're saying for in this upcoming arc that's going to start out in February. So yeah, Gohan will come back. I'm telling you. Hashtag Gohan comeback if you believe that Gohan is going to come back in its next arc and do something cool that make us all super excited as Gohan fans. Comment that down below. I feel like because of how fan servicey the Trunks arc has been in the last arc, that this is just basically setting up for Gohan to have some fan service moments as well, where he does come back, do something cool. I don't know if he's gonna go Super Saiyan Blue. I am kind of neutral on that. I just want to see him do something cool and get a really awesome fight in, and that's all I'm looking forward to. But yeah. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts on episode 74 or 73, whichever episode just aired, in the comment section below. If you liked it, make sure you leave a like rating below as well. 9,001 is the goal as always, so feel free to smash that goal by breaking the scouter down below. But other than that, anything else I failed to discuss, feel free to bring up down below as well. And I guess I will see you guys next week as we get closer and closer to this upcoming arc. Next week, we got Krillin and Goku training. I believe it's going to be 2 more episodes of just kind of like filler stuff. 75 and 76 are going to be all about the training, and then the arc for real starts in 77. But we all know it won't actually start. It'll probably be like at the end of 77, I'm the King will show up and be like, hey, yeah, it's time, let's do this. So yeah, it's going to get exciting over the course of the next couple weeks. But for now, let me know your thoughts on episode 74 down below. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. My name is Rhymestyle, and I will see all you awesome super sandwiches in the comment section below. Peace.